Take 3, technically. I don't know why I'm saying the takes. I'm not quite myself today. Let's talk about depression and grief. Fun things. I was doing really well for like 2 days. I was feeling it. And we're in my car again also because I have the house to myself, and yet, I don't know, the car feels very comfortable to me. But yeah, I was doing pretty good, and then yesterday around 7 or 8, I could feel it coming on, and thought, oh, fun. And then I looked up, I was like, what are the 5 stages of grief and depression? Is one of them. Love that. And my friend kept telling me, or I shouldn't say kept telling me, we were having a conversation, and she said, you know, I told somebody I was somebody who processes things really quickly, and my therapist was like, it's gonna hit you again, and she goes, no, it's not, and then it like hit me again, and she goes, and you're gonna get hit again, and I'm like, I don't want to get hit again. She goes, it's gonna happen. And it happened, and I texted her, and I said, it's happening, I don't like it, I feel like a whiny bitch, I feel, I don't feel like me. And she goes, you have to get through it. Everyone's like, you have to, not really get through it, sounds very harsh, but work through it and get to the other side of it. I can't just shove it all down deep and ignore it, which I tend to do sometimes. And I thought I should make a video about this and kind of talk on. I got rejected on Tuesday. It's Friday. It's like 3 days out if you don't count the better half of Tuesday. My friend Nicole has a podcast, and I'll link it in the description below. It's on Apple and Spotify, called Impersonating Doctors. And her and her friend they're in med school currently, and they talk about things like gap years, like hobbies, like mental health, and all of these things that nobody really talks about in the context of like, oh, you're in medical school, that's great, you must be super successful. And they're kind of shedding light on a lot of things that people don't really think about. And I really liked it. And when I uploaded this video, I sent it to her, and I said, you've really inspired me to start a YouTube channel. I've always wanted to do it. It now seems like the right time. I said, even if it's for like the 5 people who want to watch it, like if it's for several of my close friends who will watch it because they love me and support me unconditionally, thank you guys so much. And she said that was what she did, her and her friend did to do the podcast. They, it's not really a cash grab of like, I want to make a podcast to be super successful. She said, we wanted to make something that we were proud of, and we wanted to help people. So I thought that's kind of what I wanted to do with this. As much as I wanted to broadcast my adventures, I thought, let's get real and let's put a camera down and talk unedited for minutes and see what happens. I apologize. I was talking to my best friend this morning, and I had said something. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm really not myself. And she goes, quit apologizing. Like, I know you're not you right now, and that's okay, and you're okay. And all of my friends have been very supportive. My family has been too. My family's supportive in different ways. Like today, I got up, I made breakfast, I made my coffee, and I told my dad, I'm going to wash the back deck, and I'm going to do the front porch. And then he was like, can you come into work? And I said, sure. And those are all very much things that I would do, that I would offer to do, that I do kind of enjoy. I don't know, there's something about getting up in the morning and having something to do, something physical to do, is very good. I have friends who work out. My best friend's a runner. I shouldn't say a runner, she loves to run, and that's her peace. I find peace in different things. Like getting stuff done, like that, like small tasks, large tasks, and yet I was doing them. The hose broke on my power washer. I was doing all this stuff by hand, and it was a leaf blowing. I don't know if you've ever leaf blowed. It's not fun. It's not really great. I forgot how much I really dislike leaf blowing and using a leaf blower. And I thought, it's like, why do this? And I watched a video by Van Nysad. It's like, everyone hates running. It's like, but why do you run? You run for the health benefits, or you run because it gives you ideas, or this, that, or the other. And I thought, I hate leaf blowing, but it gave me purpose today. It gave me something to do. It gave me, okay, let's get up, let's get some food in you, let's go to work. It's like 12:30 and I have a whole back deck done. The whole front porch is done. I will hopefully get to editing a screenplay of mine. I have to be at work in 2 hours, so hopefully I get a little time to edit a screenplay and get that rolling. That's on the lucky list to do. And then I get to go to work and be of help and be of service. The thing that I hate most in life, the thing that drives me crazy is when I feel useless or when I feel like just powerless in situations. And that's really hard for me. To I'm very much like my mom. My mom's like, I'm very proactive. I'm not really reactive. And that's my thing is my friend will tell me something. I'm like, oh, here's X, Y, and Z. And they'll be like, I just needed somebody to listen. I'm like, okay, I'll sit here and listen. Like, and then I can sit here and listen. But I kind of need to be told, like, I just need 5 minutes of your time to just let me scream into something that's not the void. Yeah. This sucks. It really sucks. And I hate it, and I hate not feeling like myself, and I hate the not knowing, and I hate the arguments that did not happen, but I feel like might happen because I'm just not me right now. My mom and I were talking about getting it, like she was giving me suggestions about jobs in theater, and I said, I don't know if I want to do theater right now. And she told me, she said, that scared me. I said, I knew that was going to scare you. And you don't think that scares me? This thing that I've done for 6 years. I've done about 16, 17 productions in 6 years. It's something I spent 4 years in college dedicated to. I have a degree in it. I was going to go to graduate school for it. And right now I don't want to do it. And that's not to say that in 3 months I'm not going to want to do it. But it's the right now. And I think that that's hard for anybody really to get, is the right now. Not the 6 months from now, not the 3 months from now, not tomorrow, not next week, not even in the next hour. It's right now in this moment, what do you want? Because I'm not trained to think like that. A lot of people really aren't trained to think like that. We're not trained to think about the right now. We're trained to think. I was applying to school to get an MFA in stage management. As stage managers, especially in the pandemic I've been in, I'm always thinking 3 steps ahead. Okay, is everything sanitized? Is everyone here? We have how much time in this room before we have to switch because this one needs aired out? You know, I have to think about those things. And it's really easy to get like an ultimatum or make it seem like it's the end all be all. It's like, I don't want to do theater. That's not the truth. It's I don't want to do theater in this moment. I could wake up tomorrow and want to pack my bags and go to New York and apply to Broadway or whatever. But right now, it's not what I want to do. And that's very hard, I think, for me to comprehend, because it is something of, it's not an end all be all. It's just not what I want to do in the moment. And getting, I think, my family, my mom especially, my mom and I are very much the same person in a lot of great ways. I love every aspect. I love my mom to death. I love every aspect of her that's in me. But it's gonna be a struggle to tell her, like, that's not what I want right now. And what I want in 3 months is different than what I want right now, and what I want tomorrow is different than I want today. Hopefully not. Like, hopefully I'm somewhat consistent, but that's the hard thing of realizing is it's not about, it's what I wanted didn't happen. So what do I want now? And how long do I want it for? And how will that change? And why will that change? And those are a bunch of unknowns. But I don't think that's something people talk about, is I think people, you always see, like, they don't get what they want, and they're like, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. And it's like, for me, it's like, no, I just don't want to do that right now. We live in a very, end all be all. We're in a very all or nothing kind of society, and it doesn't have to be, my whole life's going to be this, or it's not going to be that. It's life, it's continuous, it's a wave. I don't know if I made any sense. I've been talking for 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Thank you, iPhone, for keeping that number up there. I'm okay. That's what somebody told me. They're like, you're okay. You feel like you got kicked in the gut, but you're okay. Someone's like, you're gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be fine, and things work out for a reason, and it's true. And I have people who tell me that, who know me. My best friends told me that. My sorority sisters have told me that. People who I love and care about have told me this. And people who know me and know the way my brain works, or like to think they know how my brain works. And I believe them. I believe them in my heart of hearts. My brain right now is very much like, and my heart's like, let's run away. And I'm like, we can't do that. We can. I don't think it's responsible to do that. But my brain is literally like, it's the bunch of little SpongeBobs running around, like, trying to figure it out. So I think how I'm going to end this is saying things that I know I want in this moment. Or I know I want, I guess, for the moment. Because all we have is this moment. I want to be happy. And happy in the genuine happy way, not of this, like, I'm going to work and get some endorphins and feel good for a little bit. But, I want to be genuinely happy. I want to be, I want to get through grief. I want to get through this grieving process. It sucks. I was going to ask my friend, I said, how long does this take? But I know it's a dumb question because everyone grieves differently and for different lengths of time. So let's say I want to get through my grief. And I want to come out on the other side and be happy. And I want to clean out my car. And go to work and help my parents out. And I want to talk with my best friend. And I want to eat pizza. I know I'm getting a pizza today, so. And I want to feel every emotion as it comes and be okay doing that. And not just, let's hurry up and get through it. I don't want to rush. I don't want to be in grief in this process. But I know rushing through it's not going to be helpful. And as all my friends and my family like to point out, you're a writer. Use it. I know. I just have to give myself permission. So I think that's the lesson of this 14 minutes of rambling, is give yourself permission. I always need permission. I'm a big rule follower. They always say it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission. My brain is like, my heart says yes, my brain says no, but give yourself permission to grieve, to feel every stage of grief, and give yourself permission to not know. Or to know, but to know it's not forever. I don't know what I'm going to want tomorrow morning. I don't know what I'm going to want at 5 o'clock tonight. But I know what I want in this moment. And I'm giving myself, I guess, permission to want those things. And to obtain most of those things. I will do most of those things today. And I give myself permission to say things like, I don't want to do theater right now. But that doesn't mean I don't want to do theater in the future. God, I hope nobody, no potential job sees this and is like, well, she didn't want to do theater. I think everybody in theater, everyone in theater, in acting, in that whole realm, in writing, I think they all go through that point of I don't want to do this anymore, and they go do something else. Music, people do it all, a lot. You hear, I didn't want to do it so for a little bit, so I went and did this other thing. It's natural, it's normal. No one has told me it's not yet, so that's what I'm putting out here. And this video got very long, very quickly. I hope people watch it. I really do. I hope it helps some people. And, yeah. I think that's all I have to say, for now. Let's keep crossing things off that list. Let's keep living our lives like novels. Let's give ourselves permission. Give yourself permission to do one thing every day. You should want to do more things every day, but I guess one thing is a very easy way to start. One thing. Whether that be go to get ice cream, or text that guy back way too fast, or go have a goof off day or something. I don't know. Figure it out. But give yourself permission. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope this helped.